Hi, this is Receiptless by Dallas Woodburn. Excuse me, the man said. The sales clerk, a teenager with feathered bangs and rings on every finger, took her time with the shirt she was folding. The man tapped his knuckle against the counter. "What can I do for you?" she asked. "I need to make a return." The man placed a plastic bag on the counter. "Do you have receipts?" "Unfortunately, no." The sales clerk reached into the bag and pulled out a human heart. Faded to the pink of overchewed gum, it was slightly shriveled, like leather left out for weeks in the sun. It beat softly in her hand. "It's my girlfriend's heart," the man explained. "Well, ex-girlfriend's." The sales clerk frowned. "Are you sure you got it here?" she asked. "I don't remember carrying this in our store." "It was a while ago," the man said. "There were glass figurines where the perfume display is now." He pointed to a case by the escalators. "I told her I loved her. Right there." "I never thought I would have to return it. I didn't think I'd need a receipt." The sales clerk nodded. "No one ever thinks they'll need a receipt." The man's face crumpled, and the sales clerk busied herself with the computer. "What's your last name?" she asked. "Weaver," the man said. The sales clerk tapped computer keys. Her rings glistened. "Aha! Here we go. Jeremy Weaver?" "Yes." "And this transaction occurred December 16th, 2 years ago." The man took a deep, shaky breath. The sales clerk slid the heart into a plastic bag and placed the plastic bag under the counter. "Would you like to make an exchange?" she asked. "No, it's much too soon for that. We just broke up last week. Unless, is it possible for me to exchange it for my own heart back?" "Let me check." She tapped computer keys. "I'm sorry," she said. "Miss Concord has not yet returned the item. Would you like store credit instead?" "Yeah, okay." Suddenly, the sales clerk touched the man's hands. "Are you sure you want to do this?" she asked. "All returns are final." "Yes, I'm sure." The man pulled his hand away and scratched his nose. "She's moving to France for a fellowship." "Why don't you go with her?" "It's not that simple. My whole life is here." The sales clerk brushed her bangs out of her eyes. They immediately fell back into place. "Besides," the man continued, "I don't speak French, even if I wanted to go." "You could learn. She could teach you." "And what if everything falls apart 3 months from now?" "It would be such a waste." Sam and I agreed this was the practical thing to do. The sales clerk nodded. They were both quiet as the printer whirred. She ripped the receipt free and smiled as she handed it to him. "Have a nice day." The man folded the receipt and slid it carefully into his wallet. He turned to leave, but stopped. "Excuse me," he said. "Will you call me when she returns my heart? I'd like to get it back as soon as possible." He knew that when he had his own heart back, he would begin to heal. That was how it worked. You got your own heart back, and gradually, the hurt lessened. And at some point, the receipt fell out of your wallet and onto the city streets, lost among old movie tickets and gum wrappers. And then you would find yourself in a department store at Christmas with a beautiful girl. And you would swear to yourself that this time was different from all the times before. You would hold out this gift of your hearts to her, grinning like a schoolboy, giddy with the exchange. And you wouldn't get a receipt. Thank you.